Thank you for coming through and having this chat with me. It wasn't planned, to tell you the truth, but I spoke to you once and I just felt like I need to have this conversation. She needs to be on this list, and allowing God to be able to go. She's going to make it as people that help me. Some people that I've worked with, I've seen them and the love that they've got for God, and they've got a business outside of the church and everything else. Then I'm like, she has to make it because she speaks to me. She stands for what I am doing. So
Thank you. I think what we need to remember is that some people just may come in for one word, one
yeah,
season, one reason, and it could just be one thing that resonates,
yeah,
that changes direction, changes path, realigns you back to your faith. God may just use one little thing, or He may expand and grow, develop it. And that's where I think. So thank you in your obedience.
no, it's I think
I didn't even hesitate to say yes. Normally I would say, can I pray about it? I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm like, I got home and I was like, oh, I don't even really know you. Yeah, I felt the Spirit of God.
I honor you. Thank you for sitting with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for
So
just
cool.
it's great. It's so good. I know that we are all about just conversation about starting now, and that's what this conversation is about, and making sure that we are starting what God or whatever the purpose, the passion that we have for our heart. And for me, I felt like the topic that we're going to discuss for you is She Moves with Purpose. Okay. And I feel like you embody that very well. So, therefore, everything that I've prepared for me to be able to learn from you, I hope that we're going to be able to accomplish that and just show that, and that I and every single person who is living the everyday to everyday life will be able to learn from that as well, and be able to take away bits and bits that will be able to sit in their heart and anchor that as well. But before we start, would you like to introduce yourself, please, for me?
Okay.
So the people that don't know you.
I'm Zena. I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
That's who I am. On top of that, I'm a mother of two adult boys. And I've been walking alongside women for probably over 20 odd years.
Wow.
So I've got a very diverse background. I've worked in bank as a bank manager in the UK. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
I've worked with women in the health industry. And then I migrated to Australia in 2006.
Wow. Yeah. That's okay.
And then I took on a role in beauty, in health, so as a hairdresser. Yeah. And that's the last, about 9 years ago. My life is turned upside down. And then God stepped in a beautiful way. I've saved at 15, but really knowing God, really knowing Him,
9 years ago.
9 years ago. Yeah. And when we allow Him to take over, you just hang on and enjoy the ride.
Isn't it like that though?
About 3 or 4 years ago, I decided that I couldn't sustain what I was doing.
And this is in the hairdressing.
I had a burnout through overworking, over pushing myself, unrealistic expectations. And then with the marriage toppling over, once I'd gone into a place of healing, I realized that our mess becomes our message for other people.
A mess becomes our message
When we take
for
the
other
word
people.
message, it's an MESS, mess, add some age, add some time, and it's a message. So I studied coaching.
Yeah.
I knew specifically I didn't want to be a counselor. And coaching isn't therapy. That's definitely not what it is. Coaching is walking alongside people. And Christian coaching was the only way for me. Christ-centered coaching, looking at lives and what Christ wants. And I'm pretty passionate about it. I'm incredibly passionate about empowering people's purpose.
Christ sent it though.
Christ-centered,
Yeah.
Christ-centered purpose, which we'll talk about more. There's a freedom in it. There's an absolute freedom to walk in the life that He has designed for us.
Yeah. No, I love that. Thank you for sharing. I wasn't sure whether I introduce you or you introduce yourself, but hey, this is great. This is a Yeah,
There's so much more to it,
100%.
as there always is, but that's just a little snippet.
Yeah, of what's happening and how you can, yeah,
And how I am,
how you
where
are.
I am today.
Yeah. But are you drinking tea or coffee today?
Coffee.
A coffee.
I love tea too. I'm English.
That is true. Well, I'm
Have a cup
drinking.
of tea.
Yeah, but it's always
But there's a problem.
and a cake, right? Or what would you have a cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
Okay. My brother's girlfriend or partner, I should say, is from Germany and half German. And they have a tea or a coffee with a cake.
Okay.
And so she's introduced me into that right now. And I'm just like, oh, I'm loving this. This is the only way that I can balance the sugar and
From where the part of England that I'm from would be a biscuit or
a
a
biscuit.
biscuit and
Okay.
tea. Tea and
Yeah.
biscuits.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you normally start your morning with God?
With God.
Yeah.
So every morning, look, I have to be intentional. I think we all have to be intentional. So get up. My dog gets a treat. She gets let out.
Yeah.
And then we sit down. And yeah, I'm currently studying the New Testament in a year.
Okay. Wow.
So it takes me a good hour
Okay.
with the Lord.
Then
So I
what?
start in prayer,
Yeah.
I read His Word, and then I'll do a soap on that. So what's the scripture, the observation, application,
Yeah.
and then yeah, just sit there and pray. What are you saying to me?
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed with my line of business that I can have a good hour with the Lord in the morning.
So what time do you get up?
Oh, at 4:30.
Okay. And here I thought I get up early.
At what time do you get
I
up?
get up at 5. And I've been like, oh, I'm
Hey,
doing
I would
great.
sleep in longer if my little doggy didn't need to use the bathroom.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, just wake me up.
Yeah.
And she's also has a little bit of body clock that says, now's the time.
When do you feel most yourself?
Okay, yeah, I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
I love people. Absolutely love to encourage people. I love being with people. This last year, God has done a lot of transformation in me and really spent a lot of time finding my inner introvert.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's slowing you down, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's been interesting. It's been an interesting journey. She's okay, this little introvert inside. I don't mind it. Spending a lot more time on my own, embracing that season, learning emotionally. I don't need other people to energize me. Even though I am energized around people,
Yeah.
it's learning to emotionally regulate on my own.
And going with your routine and what you're currently doing, where you are sitting, you do need to have that by yourself.
You do.
And then just to be able to observe and to be able to take in every single thing that you're reading and be able to pray about it and all that stuff, then I think, yeah, stepping into that
It'd be lovely to be sitting having a Bible study with
other
husband.
people. Yeah.
But also, God calls us to spend time with Him alone.
Yeah. And just get to learn for yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. And hear Him.
And we can both read the same scripture and we can both come out with something completely different.
Don't you love that though? God is amazing, God. It's every season, depending on what you're reading,
Yeah,
it'll
means something
reveal
different to you.
different things. Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. She moves with purpose. She moves with purpose. Okay. What does that mean for you when you hear that straight up? What's the first thing that comes into mind?
The very first thing, even when I read that and saw that she moves with purpose, is the one thing I am passionate about.
Yeah.
And it's identity.
Yeah.
She moves in purpose because of her identity.
Yeah.
Not because she's driven to do something, but because she lives from belonging, not being.
Okay.
So when you know who you are, you can live from that, not from what the world wants from you or who you want you to be or what somebody else thinks you should be doing. You're grounded in your identity and the identity of being a daughter of God.
And I believe you have been able to walk through those journey, and just hearing your introduction as well, I know that you've had to shift a lot and make a lot of moves to be able to get to the person that you are as well, right? When you are trying to find that identity, how has that process looked like for you?
It's come from a lot of failures, probably. I wish somebody had said to me earlier, maybe I would have listened, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
When we really ground ourselves in who we are, but not just who we are, whose we are,
Yeah.
our whole perspective of life changes. The Bible is full of promises from God of who we are. And then He's created us all individually. So I think it's the first question I ask any client that I have before we delve any deeper into why they're seeking coaching. The first question I ask is, who are you? And whose are you? And then get some blank looks. Because I myself, up until age 45, I would say.
Yeah.
But now, when you put that work in and when you really sit there and go, okay, I believe I'm created.
Yeah.
Then who created me? Why did He create me? And then what did He create in me?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful freedom to know who you are.
And I'm guessing that has allowed you to also show up into the world to do the coaching and help other women to be able to actually find their own identity, because you've been able to do that. Yeah.
And it's still a journey.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think we ever stop journeying as we go.
Yeah.
You could perform with the Lord for 50, 80 years. It's still a journey because He's constantly transforming and we constantly make mistakes and we constantly have to go back to Him. And it's just life is just a journey and embracing that journey. But when we can really become grounded in this is who I am, this is who I want, these are His promises, and then, okay, what am I gifted? Not
Mm.
in a selfish way. Me, I'm so skilled at, well, I studied X amount of degrees, so I should be this. But that foundational stuff, we're all different. We can't say He's created, we're all made in His image,
Yeah.
but we can't say we're all identical because
Yeah.
someone has a different gifting or a different talent.
But the foundation,
The
the
foundation, the grounding in identity. And that's where we start to live our purpose from our identity.
yeah.
Belonging in Him. Knowing we are loved. Knowing we are seen. Yeah.
I love how knowing that you are seen and you are loved. I love that, because that's one of the questions somewhere that I've put down, is that how do you find your identity, or how do you find your purpose when you feel like you have you've been called to do this thing, but you so far away from that, and you are not seen by anybody. You probably have a lot of things in your mind that says or gives you a completely different identity. So therefore, how do you step into that when you know you are unseen, and you know that you probably feel like you're not wanted, and you don't have any experience or any kind of knowledge to be able to step into this thing that you feel that is being placed on your heart, to be able to fulfill whatever the purpose or whatever the passion that it is?
I think the question we need to ask ourselves, especially women, because we
Yeah.
get caught up in titles as a wife, a mum, a friend, a person at church, the whatever we get caught up in,
Yeah.
the businesswoman, we get caught up in those titles and we put a massive expectation on ourselves. Yet God just has the one expectation of us, that we have relationship and we follow Him. That's His expectation.
And everything else is an overflow.
It isn't over. It isn't over. How we step out of those expectations is a whole different
Yeah.
journey. But grounding ourselves in the Word it's so important to really know.
Yeah.
him and his character.
Yeah.
So then we can then look at our character
Yeah.
and know who he's created in it.
Yeah.
I lost the title of wife overnight. And then you go from a point of losing that title to having no idea now who am I? It's, yeah. But when you're grounded in
Christ.
Christ, you can never, ever lose a title, the child of God.
I love that.
You never lose that title.
Yeah.
You can lose every other title. You could lose your business. You can lose anything.
Yeah.
Like I've lost both my parents.
Yeah.
So you lose that,
Yeah.
but you can never, ever lose
Of
the
God.
one.
That is such a powerful foundation and it's a powerful foundation that I am learning now. I've always known Christ. I grew up in a Christian home, but often enough as life goes, you lose those critical foundation to be able to allow you to ground you into it. And then you go through some things, you go through life and circumstances, and then you realize that whenever you do find yourself with God again and you reconnect with God, then you start doing the proper work. And it's not something I ever wish on anybody to be able to lose that relationship. I wish it could be one of those things that you just find and you find Christ and that's it. Then you have that relationship and life just keep going. And yes, it's not going to be a straightforward path, but it's going to be a path that is with God always through bad and good. But people like me with my story, and I know a lot of people as well, and sounding like yours as well, is they've been a path where, yes, you grew up in a Christian or you found God when you were young, but then somewhere along the line, you have drifted away and then having to come back.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
And like I was saved at 15
Yeah.
and then married into non-legally yoked marriage. Some of the gaps, I've got friends that have got big gaps where they've never left the Lord, but they've never just
Never been in a relationship. Yeah.
when they come back,
Yeah.
it's powerful.
It's real.
Don't want to lose it again. I mean, we won't make mistakes.
Oh, no.
Oh, of course we do.
Does it mean that your path is always going to be straight? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a whole zigzag.
But we need to remember as well there's an adversary that's trying to steal us too.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned about how if I feel that I'm not good enough to do this or I'm not I don't have the strength to do this. I thought we need to go back to God and say, what do you say about me?
Yeah.
Not who's speaking into our lives, surrounding ourselves with people that want to encourage us.
Yeah.
Because the lies will keep coming.
And the lies are real.
All those things that keep seeping into us when we've got somebody next to us that says, you can do it. Just little baby steps. But being grounded in identity, well, God says, I can do it. God says, He loves me. It just keeps flowing. It just keeps going and going.
And then you add on your education, you add on your training, you add on all the skills that you have, but the core foundation is already laid. And then you watch God flourish.
Absolutely.
It really is an overflow, honestly.
And He doesn't call us to just drift through life waiting for the next opportunity to come along. He calls us to be educated. He calls us to learn. And He's equipped people that can teach.
Yeah.
He's equipped people that can guide us. He's equipped people that can mentor us. And there's always somebody, there'll always be somebody who's ahead of you in their journey.
Oh, yes.
I think often we think we have to do it alone. And number one, we're not alone because He's with us.